Last year I bought a 2016 Surly ice cream truck on the local classifieds for an absolute steal. I was originally thinking of fixing the few issues it had and reselling it for a profit, but then I rode it. Now a year later, this bike has become my favorite one to ride. So for those of you who are ice cream curious, let's talk about what I like and dislike about the bike so you can decide whether or not it's the right bike for you. First off, although mine is a 2016, it's pretty similar to the current model. The new one is a little more modern with a narrower, threaded bottom bracket, internal dropper routing, and tweaked geometry, but it's pretty much the same bike. The first thing I love about this bike is its massive tire clearance. It can clear up to a 5-inch tire on this model or a 5.1 inch on the newer ones. You don't have to run that big of a tire and you might not ever need to, but just having the option is nice in case you ever do. It's also plenty big enough to clear a 29 by 3 inch tire. A lot of fat bikes have this, but some have such little clearance you better watch out when there's mud. Reason number 2, the ability to run it single speed or geared. MDS chips on the older models or not boost dropouts on the new ones mean you can run it single speed if you really want to. And I really want to. Single speed isn't for everyone, but hey, if you're crazy enough to try and ride a fat bike year round, maybe you're crazy enough to try single speeding. Number 3, its geometry makes it more capable year round. Fat bikes tend to be built on a cross-country geometry with steeper head angles and longer chainstays. While this provides a lot of stability on the snow, it doesn't do you many favors in the dirt. The ice cream truck has a more aggressive geometry with a slacker head angle, shorter chainstays, and a longer reach. I had the ice cream truck and another fat bike at the same time, and there was a noticeable difference on trails when riding them back to back. The ice cream truck just felt more lively and confident when things got rowdy and steep. Number 4, the price is really hard to beat. If you know the Surly brand, they don't sell anything super high-end. Their bikes are all about practicality, versatility, and reliability. A brand new ice cream truck runs just over $2,000, and it comes with much better components than other fat bikes in the price range. Moving on to the dislikes, to be honest, I don't really have that many, so I'm going to get pretty nitpicky here. Number 1, there's no getting around this one, it's heavy. Even set up single speed, this thing is still over 30 pounds with the fat tires on. While I love the way it rides, it can be rough on long climbs. It'll get you in shape for sure, but don't expect to always keep up with your friends on the climbs. Fat bikes are heavy in general though, so it's not like if you're riding a fat bike, you're thinking you're going to be the fastest. This one's just a little bit on the heavier end of the range. The second one is a pure nitpick, but the model I have has an extra wide bottom bracket, which makes the Q factor, which is basically how wide apart your feet are when you're on the pedals. It makes it really wide. I don't really notice it, but I know there are some people who are sensitive to this. If it's something you're worried about, be sure to get an ice cream truck that's from 2019 or newer. On those models, they switched to a 100mm threaded bottom bracket, which is the standard for fat bikes these days, and is narrower than the earlier models. The extra wide bottom bracket on the earlier models also limits the cranks you can use, so keep that in mind if you like to upgrade or tinker on your bike. My ice cream truck is the 7th fat bike I've owned, and it has proven to be my favorite. I love how it rides, I love that I can set it up single speed, I love how beefy and durable it feels, and the latest model looks even better. If you're on the fence about getting an ice cream truck, I say go for it. The value is hard to beat, and if you end up hating it, they tend to retain their value pretty dang well. That said, I'm pretty sure that once you actually ride one, you'll decide to keep it anyway. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review of the Surly ice cream truck. Be sure to like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.